Well, good morning, good people. How are you guys today? Today I thought I'd talk a little bit about whatever topics come to mind. Right now, I'm thinking about relationships. Relationships. What you want from a mate, what a mate expects from you, and things of that sort. I don't know. Relationships can be complicated and they can be easy and light. I mean, I guess it all depends on your perspective. Everything is about perception, really. You can determine the flow of your relationship, contrary to popular belief. This person is making me do that. No. Nobody has that kind of control or power over you. You control the thermostat of your relationship. You can make it nice and airy, stuffy and hot, ice cold, or burning up. You can do that. It just takes an understanding. It takes an understanding. And we've heard the cliche, relationships are give and take. But actually, relationships are work. And really, it's a process of dying to oneself and one's selfish needs. You have to you can get everything that you want, but you have to understand that, now, in a dating situation, that's totally different from a marriage. A marriage is, we've become one. So it has to be Christ-centered first before you can even get anywhere. So once that's established, then, I mean, if you are both on one accord and you both are like-minded individuals, it'll go smoothly. If it's a situation where you're the believer and this person is not a believer, it's going to be difficult, but I won't say it's impossible, because nothing's impossible with God. With God, all things are possible. Anyway, but it's going to take work, of course. But the thing of it is, you've got to put things aside for the common goal, which is the marriage. Now, in a dating atmosphere, I mean, it's light, it's airy, unless you've dated for some years and you've become accustomed to how things work in your particular relationship. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to have somebody that likes to do the same things that you do, and it's also refreshing to have somebody that does some things outside of the box to to bring new perspective to the table. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying new things. In fact, a lot of relationships, they thrive off of that. But there's comfort and familiarity also, being comfortable with somebody. So it's a mixture of the both. It's bringing old things and new things together. But yeah, I mean, if you want your relationship to thrive, then the two of you should be on one accord, actually. But fun things to do, I mean, fun things they can be going out horseback riding or canoeing together. Hiking is not the most fun thing that I can think of, but some people are into that. And oh wow, people are acting nuts out on the road today. And and I'd be willing to give it a try. I mean, there's so much to gain from just interacting with people. There's always learning lessons and things to take from the table, But you have to be willing to open yourself up to that. Being closed-minded and just dogmatic about things, that's one way to kill a relationship, really, because people want to be heard. They want to know that you're paying attention, that you're listening. And that's one thing I try to do. I try to get the other person's perspective, their thoughts, their ideas, as well as mine. Because it's nobody wants to hear everything about you in the relationship and nothing about them, because that's to me, that's selfishness, and that's not a quality that I like. That's not a quality at all to me. But the giving up of your oneself, that is where it's at, and ultimately it's going to make you flourish in the end. It's just one way. That's the way I look at it anyway. I've always been a giver. And complaining about how somebody did you and all of that. That's nothing. People gonna kick you in the teeth all day long. If given the opportunity, they always will. That's human nature. But we're more than humans. See, we got to get back to who you are in Christ. You're more than a human. You're more than that. So you can endure a lot of things because you have that knowledge of who you are, and you know it by the Spirit. And then you're bearing fruit. We have to do that in this life. You can't always take the easy thing. None of this stuff is, if it's that easy, it's really not worth having. Things that are worth having, you work for, and because you can appreciate them. You can appreciate that. But as far as relationships should be easy and light. The last person that you need to come home and bicker with is the person that you're involved with. That's the last thing that you need to do. When you come home, that should be a place of tranquility, peace, relaxation. That is just where you relax and unwind from the rigors of the day, And I tell you, I just love to be around people that are energetic and thrive and bring new ideas to the table. Stagnation and all those negative traits and qualities, you can exempt those things from your life. You can. Now, there are going to be people that are going to bring you negativity and things of that sort, and it could be people from your own household. It doesn't matter. You love the person, not the spirit that's trying to attach itself to that person. You cut that part off, but relationally, you're connected to that person. You just cut off the negativity and things that are not glorifying to God. You cut that off spiritually. You don't stop loving a person. You take them where they are. You take them where they are. Because the Lord took us where we were, and where we are. So it's a wondrous and beautiful thing to behold a marriage that's sustained years and endured things, and for prime example, I look at my parents' marriage. They've been married 50 plus years now. I can't, don't strangle me. I can't remember the exact number, but it's in the 50s. I know that. Can you imagine being with somebody for 50 years, the same person? You can with God, because with God all things are possible. But you can do it if you work together and you're a unit. You can do it, and it's a wonderful thing. And gotta put a pin in it. I'll be back.